Hello everyone, Snake Eyes 3434 here, and man, it's been like 3 months since I've last uploaded my videos. Yeah, I've been really busy with school and all that, so yeah, that's why I have not been uploading. So what this video is pretty much talking about is skill points, as the title says. And reason being I wanted to do this because just recently I logged in and people have been talking about their CR, but then they come into raids with me and all that, and they don't deal that much damage, or they don't have much healing out or power out. Reason being is that they did not invest in their skill points. They only worked on their gear, and so this video is here to help you new people or people who have been playing for a while but not wondering why you're not getting that much damage out. Is because you have not invested in your skill points, and so this video will hopefully help you out in that regard. And the way you do get skill points is that you have to do feats, and so it takes 100 feat points to make a skill point. And the way you find out how many feat points you need to get the next skill, the way I do it is you press in, and then whenever that menu pops up, you press escape, and then there on the very top it says feats, and then you can go through the list. They ordered it nicely into alerts, duos, raids, and so you can see what you need to do to get a feat. And then depending on the difficulty, 50 is the highest. You can do 50 feat points and then get one skill point. So that's how my character has high healing out, high power outage, because I worked on my skill points. So hopefully y'all find this helpful, and I will see you guys later.
Alrighty guys, so this is my Troller Alpha 3851 if you haven't noticed already. And so let's get into all the skill points that I've invested in. So here we go, skills, and first of all, there are lots of people who invest all the skill points in their weapons and all that, but then they don't really look at their movement mode. So like I have super speed right now, and the most important one, I would say, after you invest at least a few more skills in your weapons, like when you're level 12, the next skill point that you get, I'd say that you need to invest in the like the fast movement one. Like this one is the called Speed Force, but if you're in flight, it would be like supersonic speed, and it's just pretty much in the description it says hold L3 or num lock to super speed, and so that pretty much locks in, and so you go extra fast, and so that's quite handy to have if you're trying to get through missions very quickly. So that's one of my tips. And now as you can see, I have some other skill points as well, and these are very essential for controllers. Like I don't think a lot of controllers have these. Reason being is they don't, for one thing, they don't know about them, and they don't really want to invest in. And actually it's quite beneficial because this one is not really that needed, but right here it increases impulse resistance, encasing, and root. This one is really fun, is that allows you to recover 75 power over 10 seconds when you use a breakout move. And then that's one of them, and here's another, and here's another. So you're getting a 75 times 3. I cannot think of that off the top of my head. That's like about at least 200 power back when you just break out for 10 seconds. So that is quite nice, especially if you're low on power. Just get yourself stunned and then you just break out, and then you gain power so you can implement pod again. So it's quite nice to have. So once you invest in some of the weapons, I suggest that you just start coming down the tree, whatever it is. Like on flight, it's just pretty much on the reverse side. So like, you'll invest in your supersonic speed, which is over here, and then just go down the tree and invest in the resistance and all that fun stuff. So you'll be able to break out and still gain some power. Now let's look at the skill points for my weapons. The top two skill points that controllers need to invest in is vitalization and dominance. Vitalization is how much power you put out and how much you put in, and then dominance is just pretty much how effective your stun moves are, like grasping hands for lighters, snap trap, and all those encasing moves. The higher your dominance, the bigger the enemies you can actually encase and all that fun stuff. So the first skill tree that I want to look at is dual pistols. And vitalization, sorry, comes first before dominance. So as you can see, I've invested all these skill points in my pistol and then into my vitalization right here. And here's another thing too, is that most people, you know, they want to invest in, like, if they had the pistols, they want to invest in all the skills right here, you know, so they do that. But here's the thing though, most of the time I found out that you do not use half as much of these skills. Even though these are really fun, it's pretty much a waste of skill points, so you can actually invest in other things. So usually it takes around, like, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 skill points to do the necessary ones, so then you can move on. So I have 4 and 3, and then let's go down to one-handed. There's again, you know, I have 4 and 3, so that is 7 actually. But see, I've invested in vitalization. Rifle again has vitalization, and see, again, I have not invested in these other moves because I don't even use them, and I don't even use a rifle either, but I use it just to get my vitalization up. And two-handed also has vitalization, so you only needed 3 to get there. Now let's move on to dominance. Is brawling here again, 3 skills. There we go, 6. All dual wield, 3 and 3. Hand blasters, I was investing in might, but then I totally forgot about this dominance right here. So I've been investing, like, my next skill point, I only have 10 more feet points to get the next skill point, and so then I'll be investing in this dominance as well. Martial arts has nothing. One-handed invites, rifle, shield has precision and might right here, and that's quite nice for lantern DPS precision. And staff has dominance as well. So those are pretty much how you're supposed to invest in all your skill points for trollers. Remember, vitalization, then dominance, and then if you have some skill left over, I suggest you invest in, like, might or something. Like, don't do the critical chance yet, because might is pretty much how much damage your individual powers once you implement it with your if you use your, like, my number 1 slot, that is how much that requires might. And so I'll be going that over in my DPS loadout and all that fun stuff. So let's move on to the healer role. Alrighty guys, so this is Shadowniz, who's my healer, and let's go into our skill points. And, like, just as I said, my troller, you know, flight is different. Super speed, as you saw, you know, has all the skill points for the breakout on the left side, and actually supersonic, that's interesting. I think that's acrobatics that actually has on the right side. So as you can see, I've invested in supersonic, which is, you know, like, goes super fast. So if you are in flight mode, you know, go down this tree here and here, you know, and increase your stun resistance, and there we go, you know, the powers breakout. So just invest in those if you're a troller and you are flight. Now let's go to my weapons here, and the two, just like troller, where you had to have vitalization and dominance as your 2 top skills that you need to invest in. For healers, it is restoration and health, and in between there's, like, some critical healing as well, but that's quite close to restoration. So the first part is dual pistols right here, this little symbol right here, where this person being surrounded by this, you know, I like to use as a reference. So this is restoration, increase it by 15. So just go to dual pistols, you know, invest in 3 and then 3 there. Dual wield will also have it as well, 3 and 3. Let's see here. Yeah, martial arts, you'll have to invest in 4 and 3, so that's 7. Let's see, one-handed doesn't. Shield actually is a new weapon that actually has it. You can invest in 3 and 3 right here as well. And two-handed, no, that's critical. Alright, so once you're out of the way, then you go into this next part, which is critical healing magnitude. And so staff has that. Bow, pretty much has that as well. Brawling has that as well. Dual pistols we already covered. Hand blasters, there we go. Critical healing. Martial arts, yeah, we already have that. One-handed, there we go. Rifle, there we go. Shield too. So pretty much all the trees have like some kind of healing bonus thing that you need to invest in. And then as you saw from, let's see here, there we go, my bow, since I pretty much had all the critical healing magnitude and all that, I invested in health, and actually this is defense and toughness, but it's pretty much up to you, but I would suggest you go with the health right here. So it increases your health so you can take more damage and be able to heal people. So usually healers are last in a raid if it wipes if you have high health and all that. So yeah, that pretty much covers all the skill points for healers. And sorry, I'm going a little too fast, but just rewind the video and just pause it, and remember, just send comments to me and all that fun stuff. Alright, let's move on to the tank. Alright everyone, this is Captain Toshiro, who's my soon-to-be ice tank, and so the reason being is that he just reached level 30, so his skill points are pretty low, not like alphas or shadows. So I won't be able to show you my full tree, but I can show you that, you know, I mean, like, I can show you the full trees, but I don't, as you can see, I won't be able to, I've not invested a lot of skill points in any of them, so. As you can see, I have only 29, you know, Shadow and Alpha has like 80 or 70 plus, so. Here's the acrobatics again. I've invested in the rocket, you know, assisted glide, you know, and then here, you know, it's on the right side. So make sure if you're acrobatics, you don't choose this one. I've done that lots of times thinking it's super speed or flight. Make sure it's on the right side. And then just go down the tree again. You know, here's a resistance, and then your breakout, all that fun stuff if you're a troller and acrobatics. Now let's go to our weapons. In the top two skills that you need to invest in for tanks is dominance and defense. Dominance again is pretty much how much you can bat higher level dudes around. Especially it's really needed because it's called getting ag or aggravation of the ads, and so you can just pull them towards you and keep them all in a mess while the DPS takes them down. So the first one is brawling. As you can see, I've invested 6 skill points in there just for brawling. I've not invested in anything else. And let's see, dual wield as well, 3 and 3, fun stuff here. Hand blasters, I do not know why I have not invested in that, but there you go, dominance right here, so it'll be like around 3 or 4, and then 3 right there. Rifle doesn't have any shield, staff does. There you go, I've been investing in some dominance right there. And two-handed only has vitalization for that. Alright, so that is pretty much, there are not a lot of dominance points in there. And then we just pretty much go into defense. I'm actually invested in some health as well, so I don't get hurt that much. But mainly look for this icon right here, is the defense one. Increase your defense and toughness. Defense is pretty much how much damage you can take, pretty much. Health is just pretty much how big your green bar is, and defense is just like usually if you have like X amount defense, you get hit by say 15, but if you increase your defense, you only get hit by 10. So that's pretty much how defense works out. And so yeah, remember dominance and defense for tanks, all that fun stuff. So let's move on to the last class that everyone loves, DPS. Alrighty, so here is Cole McGrath, who's my DPS electric. And just like Cole, let's say Captain Toshiro, he doesn't have that many skill points, but it's enough to demonstrate what I have so far. And here's a good example of what not to do. As you can see, I've not invested in the rocket assist glide, and so I've been busy with investing in other skill points. I've totally forgot with it, and I've been doing raids, and it's quite annoying since I cannot keep up with the group. So make sure you invest that as soon as you can. Alright, let's go to weapons. And what DPS needs to do is focus on might and critical chance. Those are just pretty much the skill points that they need to work on. So the first one, might, right here, there you go, is under the bow. So you have to invest a pretty good number to be able to unlock it, but it's worth it. 20 points per skill point, so that's quite nice. Next is hand blasters. There you go, might. So as you can see, I've invested in 4 right here, and boom. Then one-handed has it as well right here, so 4, boom. And then nothing else has it, like two-handed, nothing is critical attack chance. And so then you just pretty much go down, look for critical attack chance. There we go. Bam. So pretty much almost like the healers, where almost every weapon has critical chance or might. So that's what you do. But here, I'm pretty sure some of y'all have been asking, okay, so what's the difference between might and precision? Might is just pretty much how much damage your powers take. So any of these power bars that you have, number 1, 2, 3, that will invest in the might aspect of your powers, and so the might will kick in, and just the number will pop up during that time. Your weapon, however, is in the precision category, and so think it as, like, you know, being precise, like a bow is good example, you know, is precision single, but like pretty much every weapon is in the precision category. One exception though is the ice DPS and light DPS. They after light combos, so, you know, you first implement like light claws and then you go into ram, but once you go into that ram move, that actually goes into precision, and so that's why I told you that light DPS actually needs to work on precision instead of might mainly. And then ice, for some odd reason, has that same principle as well. You need to work on precision instead of might, but invest those in might as well, but mainly for light and ice DPS, you know, you want to invest in precision. So hopefully that has been helpful, and if I went too fast, I'm really sorry. Just keep on posting the questions in the comments, and I'll be answering those as soon as I can. Alright guys, have a great day.